Okay, hello everyone and welcome to another week of Randomised Gaming streams. My name is Random Gamer Riven and I welcome you to, as I said, another week. So yes, we're going to be looking at more Dreamcast games this week. I'm not sure I'll be doing a stream Thursday. I may do a long play Thursday. I may mix it up with some of the, so I might not necessarily do a stream, but make sure I'll try and get videos out in the usual time because I've got, I do have a long play ready of Rush Rally Racing Reloaded, which I hope to get released in the near future. I will also be streaming Spider-Man on the Sega Dreamcast in tomorrow's stream. However, for tonight's stream, we will be looking at Sega Rally 2, which was requested by one of our streamers, Arica, and I thought, or one of our viewers, Arica, and I thought as I haven't actually done, we haven't really done anything of Sega Rally 2 on the channel. We've done quite a few videos of Sega Rally 1, but not 2, so I thought, why not, let's do some Sega Rally 2 on Dreamcast. Interesting one, this one. It is a bit of a rushed port. It wasn't done by AM2. Sega Rally 2 was actually ported, so the arcade version was by AM2. The Dreamcast port, I think they had ended up doing it almost parallel to the arcade version. And they ended up being done by Sega Research R&D Division 6, obviously because they're in quite a hurry at the time. So if you don't know, this is of course the legendary sequel to Sega Rally. It's perhaps not as good as the original, and I think the proper Sega Rally 3 was actually Sega Rally 2006. So, but sadly, this didn't quite live up to the expectation. It's a little bit of a rushed port. There's actually a cheat to increase the frame rate. I'm going to leave the enhanced graphics on for now, but maybe I'll show you towards the end of the video the frame rate cheat. But to confirm, it was released on the Dreamcast in, I think it's one of the early ones. I think it was 99. Yeah, Sega Rally 2 or Sega Rally Championship 2, or if I want to do it in the Sega Rally announcer's voice, I'd do Sega Rally Championship 2. At least that's how the Sega Rally 1 announcer would have said it. It was done by Sega Software R&D Department. Sega AM2 did the arcade original, and of course it was published by Sega, and it was released in, as I said, 1999, so over 20 years ago now. Oh, I'm feeling old. Oh, it's 20 years since the Dreamcast. And I mentioned I started on the ZX Spectrum. Ooh. Anyway, yes. Visually, I think it still holds up pretty well, actually, even if the frame rate is not as good. It was definitely a bit of a rushed port. I think Sega Rally 2 on Dreamcast suffered a bit like Daytona USA on Sega Saturn. But without further ado, let's actually jump into a bit of gameplay. With the track blazing away, so let's have a quick look at the game in question we will be streaming tonight. I'll be doing a mix of the career mode and I'll be doing a mix of the arcade mode, so actually quite a lot of options. You can check there's not a wide, I don't think there's a wide screen option in this one. The time compare off on the 10 years championship. So arcade, apparently there's arcade expert you need to ensure. So co-driver, male or female, and we can change kilometers an hour, miles per hour. I'll leave everything at default view, driver or rear. Let's go for rear with Sega Rally, or I'll swap between the view. Navigation icons on. Actually, we're in the UK, so we use miles per hour over kilometers per hour. Yep, I'm using the joypad tonight. I haven't dug out the steering wheel. I could dig out the steering wheel, but it's a bit of a faff to sit it on my knee. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, yeah, it's about 18 tracks, driving me mad. Hello Nico, and welcome to the stream. Or halot. I was saying there, appreciate the like there, Nico. I can see you've already hit that like button, very much appreciated. So yeah, unlike the original Sega Rally, this actually has quite a lot to it. So with this one, you get the original, you get the arcade version, and then you get the 10-year championship, and that's basically 10 tracks that you race on across the sort of 10 years. Basically, it's 10. Let me rephrase. It's 10 championships over 10 years. Each of those championships unlocks 2 cars. There's also at least 2 cars you can unlock from arcade mode. And then you've got the car settings as well, and the car profiles. So once you unlock all the cars, there's a lot of cars in this. The Japanese version is a couple of slightly different cars, although I understand the frame rate is a little bit weak. So there's the Toyota Celica from the original game. You've got the Subaru, which is sort of an iconic one. Mitsubishi Lancer. There's the Lancer Stratos, which I think was retired at this point. And the Lancer Delta. Peugeot 206. Peugeot 306, Toyota Corolla, and we get a Toyota Celica again. And there's about, I think there's about 12 cars. There's actually one I think I can actually select from the offset, one of the hidden cars. If I can check the cheat sites again. Got some very chilled and relaxing music for the... I mean, you could actually tweak the car in the original Saturn's version. So, highlight the Toyota Corolla. So if I do this Toyota Corolla World Rally, supposedly Toyota Corolla, it's only one Corolla, yep, hold L before selecting that car, and that will supposedly change the variant of it. Ah, yes it did! There's the Corolla TN. Yeah, the TN, so there you go. So if you select it normally with the A, you get that paint scheme. And if you hold the L trigger down and press A, you get the TNs. Toyota Corolla TN. Yes, it's a different paint scheme. That's one cheat for you. Can't work out what this got. It's got all sorts of designs. Now, I know there are some effects missing in the... I think there's a few things missing and changed for the Dreamcast version compared to the original. Copy that. You know, let's just do a almighty copy and paste from this. So yeah, there's one cheat. I am quite good at grabbing all the cheats. GameFAQs.com has always been a great site for cheats, certainly on the older games. Subaru was the... That's an interesting comment there, Nika. So let's just do a quick time attack. You've got a selection of courses. As you go through and unlock the courses, you unlock more. So we have the desert, the mountain, snowy, we have Riviera, and we have muddy. Now, and we've Isle. So these are the default tracks. I think these are the default 6 from the arcade version, then more get added by when you do the tournament mode or when you do the 10-year championship mode. None of the original tracks made it through. I think there was a version of the desert that was similar, but the forest, basically the mountains and the forest stage didn't make it, sadly, and I wish they'd actually kept the original tracks in there. I think that was a mistake on Sega. They felt the original tracks were a little bit tricky, I think they said. So let's do the first cheat card. Hold L trigger and press A to get that one. Again, you've got the car settings. I'm just going to leave it the default. Yeah, I didn't dig up the save file, so I'll just be doing it fresh tonight, seeing what I can unlock as I go. And then maybe I'll do a playthrough as well.
One, go!
Oh wow, this is super slippery on the ice. Yeah, I definitely think the analog controls in this are very, very slippery. There's a weirdness going on with the shadow in this game as well, so I definitely think this was a bit of a rush sport, Sega Rally 2. Immediately, I think this snowing stage was quite impressive when they actually got round to doing it. There was some suggesting they wanted to do a stage in snow in the original Sega Rally, but couldn't. Although I can't verify that information, so that was something I saw dashed on Wikipedia, which is always anything I read on Wikipedia these days I take with a giant pinch of salt. Yeah, this is definitely a race where you don't hit the pedal to the metal on this track. Although I think if you were playing this on the launch day of the Dreamcast, this was a launch game in the West. Yes, no, Nyko, there's a cheat in-game in order to enable 60 Hz. I can put it on later. In fact, while I'm here, seeing just to remind myself, I'll actually leave a comment with it on. There is, if you do the 60 frames a second. No, this one does have a frame rate code on the title screen if you want. Apparently if you press Y you can get... Supposedly you could trigger it just by pressing Y on the menu select, but that didn't seem to work. You seem to be have to put in a cheat code. But certainly if you were playing this on the day the Dreamcast first came out, this would have been a very impressive visually racer. It was the beginning of a new generation. Oh, I can actually cheat and unlock everything if I want to as well, so maybe I'll do that. So, there you go, there's the high frame rate code. I could be cheeky and enter in a cheat code to unlock all the cars and all the tracks from the get-go, which maybe I might a bit later on, so there we go. It's just me testing out my driving skills. If you do enter the high frame rate mode, the graphics take quite a hit. Or at least the background takes quite a hit. Suppose it's hold... Now I saw somewhere said hold L and Y and select stuff. Pick a different car. Should we go for one of the classics? Let's go for the... Let's go for the Lancer Delta from Sega Rally. There are a couple of quite cool tracks in this one, so yeah, maybe I will use the cheat later on just to showcase it all, seeing as I won't be playing through. Completely disincluded. Yeah, there's a couple of cheats, but yeah, that was basically there are a few points where the frame rate really suffers, so they gave you the option to turn on a high frame rate mode, and to do that it then reduces some of the textures on the stages. I don't think, I was just seeing, I saw somewhere so you can enable it by hitting the Y button on selecting a track, but I couldn't seem to get it to work by that way. Inserting that code I just put did work, although the Y button technique may work on the Japanese versions often. There are changes between the various versions. I did discover, by the way, Naiko, because you're on the Dynamite Cop stream, I should say, that the monkey was removed from the Western versions. I finally unlocked Classic Bruno, and I actually used an action replay code to beat the 3 final modes because they are so ruthlessly hard. And yeah, I'll use the higher frame rate cheat later. I'll also cheat and unlock all the cars as well later. I must admit, the controls in this one definitely feel a bit more slippery than the original game. I noticed that actual rally cars are quite slippery controls. That's another quick practice run on one of the stages, and then... Ooh, that wasn't even good enough to qualify. I'll get on the timer score. Yeah, stability makes sense. I mean, you always want a solid frame rate over one that's going up and down like a yo-yo. So do we have any particular cars you guys want to see? Mitsubishi Lancer. Let's do the Subaru Impreza WRC World Championship, or World Rally Championship Subaru. Technically pronounced Subaru, but Subaru is how we pronounce it. Impreza. Yeah, I do have paid attention to rally over the years, so I actually know how to pronounce the rally car names.
Three, two, one, go!
It's got the in-car view as well. I'll have some fun and swap co-driver voices as well as the game goes on. It's nice that you get a choice of voices. Car gets muddy as well, so you've got effects, unlike the original Sega Rally, which didn't... I can't remember the arcade version, but the graphics on this are definitely way better. And this has an awful lot more content than the Model 3 arcade game, I should say. Not Model 2, Sega Rally 1 is Model 2, this is Model 3. Well, I think there are some effects missing in the Dreamcast version. I'm not sure it's a direct port. I think they were tandem developed. Yeah, Outrun had the smooth and arcade as well, where you got the better frame rate. It still holds up pretty well. I mean, Sega Rally definitely, when we start getting into this look of graphics, it definitely starts holding up well. And it's got the pace. You do feel like you're racing down rally roads. .150 caution. Very long medium right. Where's my banner, game? Why isn't my guy's banner showing up? I don't think this was quite as challenging. I think the courses were better in the original game, that I will say. Nearly driving sideways there. But yeah, still plays well, and if you were playing this on the day the Dreamcast came out, you would have been blown away. Yeah, the music, the Sega in the Dreamcast era really did try and maximise their, with most of their games, tried to maximise the look and the music. So the music sort of chilled, I think sort of, I think they went for sort of rock and pop. They went with the sort of rock and roll track similar to the first game, but not quite. It's a bit more chilled out, I'd say. A bit more passive in places. Okay. That's a quick look at the time attack. So we have the main mode, so you've got the two-player battle mode, I should say. You've got the car profile. I haven't looked at this one. I think this just gives you the sort of car details, sort of history of the cars. Do we get to a proper zoom in on them? Or just like a test drive mode car profile? Oh no, we get a little visual of the cars as it spins round. I mean, again, the really slick presentation. There's lots of modes.
Peugeot 206 WRC. Peugeot Works, the elite team gone from the WRC since the end of Group E, has returned. The team's best-known car, the Peugeot 205 T16, debuted in Corsica 15 years ago. And now, Peugeot Works has chosen the 1999 Tour de Corse as its debut race for their new World Rally car, the Peugeot 206 WRC. The Peugeot 206 WRC is the most compact of the World Rally cars and sports a distinctive front bumper and large spoiler. It surpassed all expectations in its debut race, and while it did not place, the car showed surprising speed, even leading the race at times. The Peugeot has proved its potential and now begins its fight to retake the glory that it once had.
So that's a nice little introduction there. And hello to XGaming765. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope you enjoy this look at Sega Rally Championship 2 on the Sega Dreamcast. Nice little voiceover introduction there. I'll look at one of the other cards as well. Let's look at the Lancia Strata, seeing as this was a car. This was actually this is the cheat car from the original arcade game, but they couldn't give it graphics until the Sega Saturn port, as it was a bit unfinished in the arcade mode. But you can select it in the arcade mode, but I think you get the Toyota Celica's visuals. Yeah, no, I need to actually do Kolonka. That game was so unfairly reviewed when it got released. Yeah, that's definitely, because the Thingy series has actually been quite an interesting series, so there are some really nice PS1 RPGs. I'm just going to let this one play out as well. And I won't talk over the voice announcer.
Lancia Stratos HF. The Lancia Stratos HF won both the WRC and manufacturer's title from 1974 through to 1976. It was manufactured specifically for rallying and was therefore considered a purpose-built machine. Its body was designed by Vertan's chief designer Marcello Bonadini. The Stratos team, led by Mario Manciuri, assigned Sandro Manari as the driver and Volder Galt as co-driver. It was modelled with Alitalia striking colours and motif. A specially designed rear spoiler was fitted, giving the Stratos a new and remarkable image. 1976 was a significant year in the Stratos HS 4-year history, as it was the last time that it won the Manufacturers' Championship before retiring.
Yep, so that's the Lancer Stratos is a legacy car as it's retired. And hello to SG6000, thank you for joining the stream. I don't think I've seen you before on the stream, thank you. And yeah, I know what you mean about not locking at 30 frames a second. It does go a bit up and down, so it's better to use the 60 frames cheat where they take it out. But by default, there are a few bits where you will notice the frame jump up and down a bit. So we've got practice or aim for the World Championship. Let's go for a quick aim for the World Championship on arcade mode. So, which car should I pick? So it's not actually that long a game, Kalunga, as an RPG. I should really give that a whirl, because that's probably what I do on Warframe in a week, 10 hours, so... Actually, I did see the PS1 mod. They'd now got it so you could soft boot via a memory card, which is even more interesting, so... So let's give arcade mode a crack with the classic. And yeah, you will see the frame rate drop up and down a bit, so... I noticed some of the turns. I haven't actually put in any of the cheats yet, so I haven't put any of the frame rate changes thing in, which is...
3, 2, 1, go! 200, easy left. In ground.
But there's a couple of turns in this where you will see the frame rate come down quite exponentially. Supposedly the PAL and the US version are better than the Japanese version. Come on, can we get that car? Can I take it? Yes. It's just an enhancement to that previous, the boot one, where you know use the games. They've now done it so you can not even have to insert the games. The Tony Hawk's one. Basically, they've now done it so you don't even need a game. You can do it via memory card. I basically followed that project. I was meant to do a video on it and I got a bit sidetracked. And then I saw, oh wow, they've now done it. If you've got PS1, you can literally now, you have to basically format a memory card, but you can have a PS1 memory card that's basically self-booting, but it only worked on PS1s, not PS2s. Oh, that's bad. I think one of the cars is unlocked if I get 7th or higher in arcade mode. So I need to do better than this. Oh, this is a dreadful run. Okay, let's try that again. That wasn't a great start. No, they said it only works on the PS1, sadly, Nico. Your PS1's thrived. Let's give that another whirl. I'll give it a whirl with a different car. Let's try the Subaru. No, I haven't done. Let's do this one. You actually played this game, did you, X Gaming 765? Yeah, it's a classic Sega Rally 2. It's not as good as the original. It's still a solid racer, though. Yeah, they said that basically some of the early Dreamcast games. Oddly enough, I saw the US version actually came out after the PAL version in Sega Rally's case, so I don't know if the US version has a few more bug fixes than the PAL one. There are a few car changes between the yeah, the water effect isn't that good, but a lot of those pace set cars are really designed to get in your way. Can you take Subaru in next race? Yeah, sure, certainly, X Gaming. I'll use the Subaru. Appreciate all the likes so far. It's always very helpful to know you're enjoying our streams. Please do hit that like button. And feel free to chat away. Apologies, we have now set it so you need to be subscribed to the channel for at least a minute. It's just to avoid spam messages, so but you only need to be subscribed for a minute and then you can chat away. And then you can always unsubscribe at the end of the stream. Hello, Araka! We're looking at Sega Rally 2, which I know you requested a few weeks back, so I thought why not. Oh, I've screwed this up again. Oh, there's the Subaru X Gaming. I'm just going to take it. Oh, I keep crashing. I'm not doing too well at the minute. I think so. If I get 7th or higher, I unlock one of the cars. But in order to get the other one, you have to beat this on expert mode. Yeah, I wouldn't call... Oh, yeah. Let's try this again. Not a great way. I wouldn't call Sega Rally 2 a classic myself because I feel this was not as good as the original. But it's still it's a good game on Dreamcast. I wouldn't say it's not the phenomenal game the original was. I think the track design wasn't that good. It's still a good solid racer. It's certainly probably the best racer. I know there's V-Rally on Dreamcast. Okay, well, let's give it a shot with yeah, I should actually do a playthrough as well, although probably a good thing I didn't try to do a long play video off the bat, because seeing how tricky this is, I'll be like, oh yeah, I need to practice.
3, 2, 1, go! 200, easy left, in gravel.
Yeah, you can definitely see the frame rate as SG says, SG6000. It does go up and down a lot on Dreamcast. I can show you the cheat as well, but the problem with if I put the cheat is it absolutely destroys the visual, so literally the tracks become very bare bones and you get the tracks only, none of the cool side stuff going on. I think what it was this was sadly a bit rushed out, as this was promised as a launch game and then they couldn't quite get it out for launch, so then they were hastily racing to get it. Wow, this car's a lot faster than the other ones. There are also a couple of issues where some of the Sega racing games, in fact quite a few racing games, depending which view you use, depends how easy it is to drive in. Some games it's actually easier changing to be in certain views. But yeah, I thought as I hadn't done any of the Sega rallies on stream in quite a long time, I thought why not.
150 in tarmac. Easy right. 100 easy left. Arrow. Bridge. 100 easy left.
I will do a long play of Dynamite Cop in the near future, especially as I've unlocked all the artwork as well.
150 easy left.
And that'll probably be out this week, and I have got a long play of Rush Rally Racing coming as well. I just need to get clearance on it and then it'll probably go up later in the week. I might put it up Wednesday, or I might actually put it up on Thursday when I normally stream, and not do a stream but just be on live during the long play. Yeah, the Subaru's definitely a better car than the others. This is well whizzing around. Come on, come on. Oh, just. Yeah, it's been a long time since... In fact, this is probably the first time I played Sega Rally 2 in probably the best part of a decade, so... Apologies, my driving is not going to be...
3, 2, 1, go!
what you call perfectly, like, precision perfect pro gamer who spent months playing a game. Although one of the things, being a tester, I'm very good at actually being able to pick up a game pretty quickly, but yeah, mastering it in a few hours, not so much. Ah, come on. No, I'm going to be cheeky and stick that on easy, just see if I can get a bit further and see if I can unlock the car. I will actually show off all the cars later in the stream. I will use the cheats to unlock everything, just so... Yeah, I think one of the cheats has to be unlocked. You have to come like first on hard, and one you need to come 7th or higher, so... I said expert, so I don't know if there's a 4th difficulty, but let's do easy for now. Just time compare. Let's swap the co-driver to female as well for a bit. Huge variety of options in this set. It was a very complete package. Appreciate all the likes, everyone. Thank you very much for hitting that like button. Do continue please hitting that like button. It does hopefully get more people on the stream. So I'll give arcade mode another shot, and then I will jump into the actual main mode, or the main mode, which is effectively the 10-year championship mode. Right, I did miles better for the Subaru, so I'll use the Subaru again. I will admit, I do feel the controls do feel a little bit slippery on Sega Rally 2. They're not quite as tight as the original.
3, 2, 1, go!
But it's still an enjoyable rally game. It's still a very good game. There's still lots to unlock. But yeah, I didn't dig out our save file where we'd unlocked everything. I thought I'd just do it fresh.
200, come on, medium left, water! 150, caution! Press, duck, water! 100, medium right, medium left! 150, caution! Press, duck, water! 150, medium right! 150, come on, medium left, maybe!
Come on, I saw the car in the distance. Can I catch that one? Probably not. But I was having a really good run, all just out.
Finish! Three, two, one, go! 150 in timeout.
But yeah, definitely this sort of lays the groundwork for sort of modern races in terms of visual style.
100, easy left, maybe. 150, caution. Hey, right. 150, hey, right.
Got to stay on that road. As we go off-road, it's where you're going to suffer.
100, medium right. 150, travel. 70, very long, easy left. 200, in timeout. 200, caution. Hairpin right. 100, long, medium left. Caution. 100, no. 50, medium left. Medium right. 100, easy right. 100, medium right. 150, caution. Open hairpin left. Oh,
Oh, I thought I was going to take the other car out.
long, medium right. 50, long, easy right, maybe. 100, in travel. 100, medium left. Oh no, finish. Three, two, one, go. 50, long, easy right, maybe. 100, very, very long, easy left, maybe. Open. 200, easy right, easy left. 70, long, medium left. 150, medium right. 50, medium right. 100, caution. Long, hey, left. Oh! 100, easy left. 100, caution. Hairpin right. No! 30, easy left. 150, very, very long, medium left. Oh! 100, caution. Left. 100, long, medium left. 70, medium right. Oh! Finish!
Not a great race like that one. That one I didn't manage to overtake any cars, Riviera. I think there's 5 tracks, but I think you need to be sort of top. I mean, as you say, it's still a good port, and I still enjoyed it, but yeah, I just don't think it's as good as the first game.
200,
But there's lots to unlock in this one.
100, caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left.
And I'd definitely recommend it for...
Medium right. Oh! 70, medium right. Medium left. Oh! 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Hey, right. Oh!
Yeah, my snow lap was not very good because I need to take a few more cars.
Checkpoint. 100, caution. Hairpin right. Oh! 50, medium left. Oh!
The cars in this largely act as pace setters, so basically they give you an idea of how well you're doing or not doing depending where you take them. If you play the race as well every time, you will always take the cars roughly at the same points.
Caution. Hey, right. Oh!
Come on, can I get 8? Can I get 8? No.
Finish!
So we got 9th. That wasn't good enough. To unlock the secret car I need 7, so give that another whirl. Oh no, we have got one of the cars unlocked by the... You can drive a new car, okay. Obviously it's just beating arcade mode to unlock one of the cars. And just listen to that music play. Yes, take the Chin Ochanto to a rally race. That won't end well. You're referring to that car I've unlocked? Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can do one of the 10 years battles. Let's use the car I've just unlocked. I think you can use the car you've unlocked. Yeah, so you can see they've got 10 years of rally racing. There's hidden tracks. Each year there's a car to unlock and there's additional tracks you unlock as you go through. So there we go. Fiat Ciento Sporting. See, Windows set. Yeah, that's the. So this is the car we've unlocked. So yeah, I'll do it. Actually, got to take 6-speed automatic. See how that fares. Yep, you can enjoy this one, Nico. Seeing as I think you want to see what this little car's like. Yep, we'll be racing a Fiat. Let's see how well we do. Yeah, sport. Yeah, it's not the fastest car. It's gonna be a fiasco. Just be thankful it wasn't a Skoda back then. It's during the sort of late 90s, early 2000s. Certainly during the 80s and 90s. And even when Sega Rally was released, Skodas were regarded as a bit of a bad word because they were routinely mocked across the board. But they rebuilt the brand Skoda, so these days it's a fairly reputable car brand. And yeah, I've got the artwork to the side. There's actually the cover art, which is done by an artist who used the pen name of Bo. I can't remember his Japanese name, but yeah, there's a really lovely illustration of the Lancer Serratus. I might stick that up on the blog tomorrow. I actually think the frame rate is faster. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's faster in the first person view than it is the third. I think it slows down in third. It's basically faster in this view than it is the other view. because when you do that, it definitely seems to slow down a bit when the car models.
100, come on, medium left. Narrow.
Yeah, the way it does the intermissions just
150, come on, easy left. 100, easy left. 150, easy right.
as mentioned, this does have a car cheat as well, so you can. There's a cheat to unlock all the cars, and there's also a cheat to. Oh,
Medium left. Oh no! Easy right. Easy right. Caution. Medium left. Easy right. 100. Come on, medium left. Maybe. Oh! 150. Easy right.
really should brake more. Taking everything as fast as I can.
Maybe. 50. Easy left. Finish!
Oh, you only ever seen the arcade one, have you, X Gaming? Yeah, this one's got a lot more races and tracks and modes. The Dreamcast version really is quite an improvement over the arcade, but I think there are a few things in the arcade version that are slightly missing. I think visually some people said there are a few...
3, 2.
That's not so. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing that. It's definitely... Yeah, because the view's getting slightly closer in.
100. Very, very long. Easy left. Maybe.
There are multiple tracks for each thing, so you have like Snowy Course 1, Snowy Course 2, Snowy Course 3. I do love the music as well. It is very... It's a bit more chilled out than the original Sega Rally, and I kind of like the rocking pace of the original game, but it's still a very good
Medium right.
soundtrack.
50. Medium right.
Oh, it's just...
100. Caution. Come on, easy left. Oh! 100. Oh! Easy left. 100. Caution. Hairpin right. 30. Easy left. 150. Very, very long. Medium left. 100. Caution. Check. 100. Come on, medium left. Oh no!
You get past me.
Medium right. Finish!
That's annoying. I'm not sure what rank you need to finish to get to the next stage. Okay, we've got the Riera visibility badge. You do get times of the track environment as well, which is quite nice. So visibility badge, time of... So we've got date, time, day. So this is a daytime version of the Riviera. There is time of... basically weather conditions and time of day in this one. So you see we've got the Riviera and it's raining this time.
200. Medium right.
And the frame rate I can instantly feel is faster because they've reduced the visibility on this one today because of this rain effect.
100.
And that rain effect is probably just like a little 2D graphic, so...
70. Medium right. Medium left. Oh! 100. Medium left.
Yeah, there the frame rate, you can just feel it's like...
Right. 70.
There's a Lancer Stratus, just go past it.
Right. Oh! 500. Medium right.
Can I at least get into top 3? Come on in the first year.
Checkpoint. 100. Caution. Hairpin right. 50. Medium left. 100. Medium left. Medium right. 70. Medium right. Medium left. Oh no! 100. Medium left. 50. Caution. Hairpin right. 70. Caution. Excellent. Stay right.
Okay, second. I'm not going to get first, but let's see if we get... No, I'm not going to get first, but...
Finish.
Congratulations, I finished second. So, now, am I going to unlock a car? Appreciate all the likes, everyone. Appreciate everyone on stream as well. So glad you're enjoying this look at Sega Rally. fast little run, actually. Now you can unlock year 2. Oh, I didn't unlock the hidden car from year 1, I don't think. So as you see there, we've unlocked year 2. So let me see, how do I get the hidden car from year 1? Is that get first? Do you have to, I think you have to win every one first. I think it's come first or don't. Just see, is it win first? There we go. Okay, yep, so there are 10 hidden cars from the year mode, and they are finish first, so finish first in year 7, 10, 6, 4, so basically finish first year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and each one unlocks a car. You can unlock the Fiat 131 Arbrit, the Lancia 037 Rally, the Lancer Delta Integra, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolve 3 and 4, Peugeot 106 Max, Peugeot 305 Turbo, the Rennie Alpine A11, Subaru Impreza 555, the Toyota Celica GT4 ST185, and you can also... maybe there's a couple of cars from arcade mode. So there's also the Rennie Max Megane, clear arcade mode above 7th position, and then one of the others mentioned. Apparently there's another, so there's 2 arcade modes, one's unlocked and finished 7th place or better. So yeah, that's actually wrong. So we know just finishing arcade mode unlocked one of the cars. Which is what I do love about a lot of these cheat sites, they're often wrong. So yeah. So I finished 9th, and yet it's supposedly saying the Renault Max complete arcade mode 7th place or above. No one mentioned the one I actually unlocked, which was the Fiat Ciento Sporting. It's not actually, I can't see any mention of that on GameFAQs. This is what I mean about cheat sites not often listing stuff correctly. So whether that's a European car exclusive, but yeah, so that one's not listed, Fiat. No, that's the only Fiat listing. Okay. So there might be 2... Thank you, X Gaming, for stopping by. Great you were able to stop by. No worries if you're only able to stop by for a little bit. It's always nice to have people on stream for a bit. Thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoy this look. So I will go... Let's go play as... which car haven't I played as? To second year? I was in second year, and let's do... So I will be cheeky and use the cheat to unlock all the cars later to show. Let's do the Peugeot 306 Maxi or the Peugeot 206. 206 or 306? Let's do the Peugeot 206. I always appreciate not everyone's able to stay for that long, so I've actually got quite a few people dropping by on stream anyway, so thank you everyone. In case you don't know who I am, if you're just joining in the stream for the first time, my name is Random Game. Let's try that again. My name is Random Gamer Ribbon, and I am the editor of Randomised Gaming. Yes, I gave my Random Gaming name after the classic sequel to Mist Ribbon. And here at Randomised Gaming we stream a whole host of videos. We also have a huge selection of long plays, playthroughs and other videos, gaming knowledge, reviews, all sorts on the channel. So if you like our content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And you can also join me in chat and have a chat with me if you want. Just so you know, I have set it so that you do need to be a subscriber for a minute to enter chat. It's purely to stop sort of spam messages and stuff that you'd get otherwise. So if you want to chat, just subscribe to the channel for a minute, and you can always unsubscribe at the end of the video as well if you don't want to stay for the duration. But hopefully you like our content and can carry on watching. I will be streaming another Dreamcast game tomorrow. I will be looking at Spider-Man, so if you like more Dreamcast action, then consider staying and sticking around to Randomised Gaming. We have a whole host of Sega Saturn videos, Sega Mega Drive videos on the channel, and many other Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, Xbox, you name it. We've got it on the channel. PC, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Wii. We are a gaming channel through and through. So please, I hope you enjoy our content and stay. Yeah, the frame rate's definitely better on the... I will, if you guys want to see the frame rate sheet, that actually gives you 60 frames, but basically it gives you a constant 60 frames a second. I will showcase it later. I will also showcase the... if I do both these, I will also showcase the cheat to unlock all the cars as well, seeing as I won't be unlocking that many of the cars tonight, so rather than... try and unlock them, I will just, if at first you can't succeed, cheat for everyone's benefit on stream, because it just makes it look a bit fun. I think this took, when we did this properly back when we got the Dreamcast, so I think this was probably back in about 2002 or 2001 we actually played through and unlocked everything. It took us a good couple of weeks. As I said before, there's a lot of content in Sega Rally 2. It's a very nice package on Dreamcast. It's not as good a game as the original. I don't think the track design is iconic. Yes, that was a hell of a turn at the end there. Annoyingly, the PAL version initially does only support 50 Hz, but of course it also supports VGA. So on a CRT you can only do 50 Hz, but I believe you can force it into 60 Hz without issue. And it's got the VGA mode, and this VGA mode works perfectly out of the box. There are quite a few PAL games that the VGA mode scuppered some way or the other because of bugs or other things, for one reason or another. Yes, I included the cheats at the top of the chat when I was briefly speaking to Nico at the start. I will put it on later, but as it nerfs the graphics. I don't think it puts it at a constant 60 frames, but it improves it greatly. It does sacrifice a lot of the visual look, so I will stick it on later. There are some quite cool hidden tracks in this. There's the last track in the game is where you race, go head to head in like a split. It's like a split race where basically you're racing against the other cars. It's a really interesting race, actually, the last one in the game. Oh, that was a great turn. Not so good, that one. That was not a long medium left. That was not an easy left. Or easy right. Yeah, the PAL version only offers 50 Hz by default, but you can force it into 60 Hz. But yeah, there is a cheat code for the frame rate in the... So I know the frame rate code's definitely in the PAL version, and it's in the North American version, I believe. I think it's in the Japanese version as well. We don't have a Japanese version. I know there are a couple of car changes between the Japanese and the Western version. There may even be car changes between the PAL North American and Japanese version. There's not that much. One of the things I've noticed with some of these Dreamcast games is that there's a lot of stuff not documented properly. Like I discovered...
2, 1, go! 200.
yeah, it doesn't improve it. Basically the enhanced... If I'm being honest, the frame rate improvement isn't a huge amount over what you're seeing now. And the graphics loss is actually quite heavy as well. If you want, I can stick the cheat on in a second, so we can test it out. Yes, you want to unlock in the cars the proper way, you need to get first on every year, so you really do need to get good at every course in the game, quite literally for this one. You need to get very good. Got third that time. Yeah, so the crowd there is just basically badly cut out 2D art. Okay, let's actually do the frame rate cheat. So before I do the frame rate cheat, I will show you arcade mode one last time. And then I'll do the frame rate cheat, and then you can I'll play the same car as well. So let's pick... I'll also put in the other cheats as well to unlock everything. Just so we can have everything available. But keep close attention to all the visuals. Right, actually I'll stick to the third person car view so you can see. So just keep an eye on all the detail you're seeing now, because some of it's going to go by the by. I think the camera stuff's probably going to go. But yeah, fortunately this does support VGA. So these days I think most people play Dreamcast games via VGA. Not everyone, but a large chunk of them do. I mean, even I play Dreamcast games largely via VGA these days. This is the music actually from Sega Touring Car, I think, Euro Fight.
200. Caution. Hairpin right. 100. Long, medium left.
Pretty sure this track is Euro Fight, this one. One of the tracks is definitely from Touring Car, and I think it may have been used on the previous rally games. I think there's definitely a variant on the original Desert track.
100. Medium right.
Yeah, this one's definitely Touring Car.
Open hairpin left.
Ah, it's a dreadful run.
100. Long, medium right. 50. Long, easy right, maybe. 100. It's travel. 100. Medium left. Finish.
Yeah, this is kind of 60 frames that drops every other frame. Yeah, it's... You can see when it's dropping.
2, 1, go. 50, long, easy right, maybe. 100, very, very long, easy left, maybe. Oh, open. 200, easy right, easy left.
So I'll do this camera angle just so you have lots of the creatures and the people to the side, but this one definitely, the snow effect I think does hamper the frame rate as well. Oh, on the side there.
Medium right. 100, caution. Long, hey, left. 100, oh.
Do slightly, I need to brake more.
No! 100, caution.
It likes to pin you against the wall.
No! Oh! 30, easy left. 150.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can feel it in the handling as well. It goes up and down. Definitely, you feel like you've got more control in the first person view than you do the third.
Long, medium left. 70, medium right. Oh! Oh! Finish!
So there, when it's spinning round, you can feel the frame rate's largely, but it does go up and down. As the SG guy 6000 who dropped in briefly said, it does feel very much up and down.
3, 2, 1, go! 200, medium right. 100, caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left. 100, medium left. Medium right. No! 70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium left. 50.
Yeah, like there, you can just see the frame rate just come down just as driving past the ride.
Hey, right. 500, medium right. Checkpoint.
Actually, I think that the Fiat was actually quite good.
100, caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left. 100, medium left. Medium right. Oh no! 70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Hey, right. Oh! Finish!
Yeah, it's actually better when they had the rain and thingy effect on. So I'm going to swap car. So yeah, let's... should really race as the Subaru again. I'll input the cheat now. So we watched the credits before. Let's see if I can just... Yeah, I can skip them. Right, so here goes. With the classic game over. Okay. So, to unlock the stuff you need to go back to the title screen. Okay, so to go back to the title screen I'm going to be cheeky and just do A, X, Y, B in start. So increase frame rates up, A, down, down, left, right, B, B, down. So there we go. All cars, so that's up, down, up. So up, down, up, B, A, left, B. So up, down, up, B, A, left, B, B. Does the all cars cheat work? So all 10 years. Up, left, down, right, B, A, B, right, down, up, left, down, right, B, A, B, right, down, nope, up, down, up, B, A, left, B, B. Okay, so only the faster frame rate cheat works. I'm guessing the other cheats were removed for the... So I'll redo as the Subaru and then you'll see what I mean about the frame rate. Yep, the car cheat didn't work. Game facts, you're telling porkies. Well, more specifically, you should list it as this cheat only works in the Japanese version. Oh no, I didn't want to do it. Riv. Oops, I deleted the B. So here we are in arcade mode with the cheat on, and as you can see we have just about lost every single bit of detail. Everyone has gone. Everyone has gone. And yet it's still not a smooth 60 either, I can see that just there.
150. Press done. Water. 100. Medium right. Medium left. 150. Caution. Press done. Water. 150.
Although it's definitely even faster. There is a low texture model. No, it's the same cheat, isn't it? Yeah. So basically this is the...
200. Come on, easy left. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, here it's a lot faster in this camera angle, but yeah, it's faster, but it's still not truly smooth.
Finish.
But as you saw there, all the people... So everyone watching, the guy waving the flag, all just removed.
3, 2, 1, go! 150, in final.
I think we've lost some shading as well.
100, easy left. Narrow. 100, easy left, maybe. 150, caution. Hey, right. 150, hey, right. 150.
Yeah, it's definitely faster, but you can still see the frame rate does definitely go up and down still.
150, in travel. 70, long, easy left. 200, in final. 200, caution. Right.
But yeah, all the people watching have been removed.
Medium left.
So all the sort of sub 3D models, a lot of the trees and stuff have all been taken out.
Medium left. Medium right.
So literally it's just a bare bones racetrack now.
100, medium right. Oh, 150, caution. Open hairpin left. Oh no! 100, come on, medium right. 50, come on, easy right, maybe. 100, in travel. Oh, 100, medium left. Finish! Three, two, one, go!
Yeah, it's you lose a lot of the visual detail, you lose all the people around you.
No! 100, very, very long, easy left, maybe. Open. Oh! 200, easy right.
snow effect is still there, surprisingly, actually. I thought the snow effect would be taken out.
100, caution. Wrong, turn left. 100, easy left. 100, caution. Hairpin right. No! 30, easy left. 150, very, very long, medium left. 100, caution. Left. 100, long, medium left. 70, medium right. Oh! Finish! Three, two, one, go!
So there is like signposts and cones. Again, I think they've reduced the draw distance slightly. Maybe not.
Caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left. No! 100, medium left. Medium right. 70, medium right. Medium left. Oh! 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, oh! Caution. Hey, right. 500, medium right. Checkpoint.
Oh, it's definitely a lot faster in this camera angle. Still not perfect, but it definitely looks better.
Oh, hairpin right. 50, medium left. 100, medium left. Medium right. 70, medium right. Medium left. Oh, 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Hey, right. Finish!
And just like the credits roll. So yeah, it's actually quite interesting with the 4 modes. I should probably... It's interesting between the camera angles as well, so literally the cameras do have a huge effect on the speed as well. Game over, yeah. Gotta love that game over, yeah. Let's try championship with the funky Fiat Ciento Sporting, because this car was just a bit bonkers. Got a scorpion on the front. Yeah, definitely. It definitely handles better in first-person mode as well.
3, 2, 1, go! 200, easy
was bad. I get a distinct impression this car is better in game than it would be in real life rallying. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely even in that mode, it definitely feels faster in first person view. Yeah, this car definitely feels like it's doing better than it should do.
100, easy left, maybe. 150, caution. Hey, right. 150, hey, right. 150, easy left. 100, medium right. 150, in travel.
Oh, there's my car as well.
Easy left. 200,
So they do appear as AI cars. I'm not sure whether you have to unlock them as AI cars, or whether they can appear randomly regardless as AI cars.
come on, medium left. Caution. 100, narrow. 50, medium left. Medium right. 100, easy right. 100, medium right. 150, caution. Open hairpin left. Oh no!
Ah, again they got
Come on, medium right.
screwed up that corner.
50, come on, easy right, maybe. 100, it's travel. 100,
Come on,
medium
come on,
left.
come on.
Oh no! Finish!
I want to hit restart. I should have taken that car. I should be in 9th at this point.
Three, two, one, go! 50, come on, easy right, maybe. 100, very, very long, easy left, maybe. Open. 200, easy right, easy left. 70, come on, medium left. 150, medium right. 50, medium right. Oh! 100, caution. Come on, medium left. 100, easy left. 100, caution. Hairpin right. 30, easy left.
You never seem to find the cars. I think you have to get a near perfect race. I think you can only like overtake one or two. Or you have to be very, very good.
100, caution. Left. 100, come on, medium left. 70, medium right. Finish!
Try next stage.
Three, two, one, go! 200, medium right. 100, caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left. 100, medium left.
Chicane coming up.
70, medium right, medium left. 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Hey, right. 500, medium right. Checkpoint. 100, caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left. 100, medium left. Medium right. 70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Hey, right.
And once again the 8th car speeds away in the distance.
Finish!
Yep, I need to get some practice in on this one. I think I'll be second or first at this point in order to get... I think there's a hidden course like the original game, so... Okay, let's jump back into the year mode. Let's do some more year racing. Appreciate the likes, everyone. Appreciate all your liking. Glad you're enjoying a bit of Sega Rally 2 on the Sega Dreamcast. Let's go to the year mode again. 10-year championship. I should actually do a decent playthrough, at least of arcade mode. I might dig out the save file. I think a couple of the cars were vastly better than others. Which one should I pick? Don't think with this Toyota Corolla. Jump in the standard one. Ooh. So let's try 6th gear, whether that makes it slightly easier. Oh, rain, visibility bad, time. Yeah, I know you have got all the car setting options, but I never bother doing them, although admittedly there is some tweaking to know what slightly grips better, what doesn't.
3, 2, 1, go!
Admittedly the improved frame rate does make all the courses look a bit like a ghost town.
300, come on, keep it left.
And it's still not a constant frame rate,
Keep it left, water.
but it's definitely improved.
150, caution. Press, jump, water. Checkpoint. 100, medium right, medium left. Oh no! 150, caution. Press, jump.
No, I should be doing better at this point, but
Right. 150, come on, keep it left, maybe. Oh no! 200, oh, come on, keep it left, maybe. Even farther. Finish!
yeah, I think if you get a good run, you'll be sort of 11th when you hit that last car. But yeah, it's interesting to see they actually included this. One of the handful of games that I think, as I mentioned, actually had frame rate enhancing modes. I know Rabbit on Sega Saturn actually had a mode that would enhance frame rates, so that was an interesting one. There's a fighter where you could remove the scaling effect and that would improve the performance of the game drastically.
3, 2, 1, go! 150, travel. Medium left, easy right. Caution, press jump. Caution, press jump. Easy left. 200, turn on, medium right. 150, come on, medium right. Right. 150, medium left, maybe. Caution. Narrow. 100, oh no! Caution. Hey left. Hey right.
Yeah, there are a couple of new things in this, like caution, cave left, cave right. That was not. There was no cave left, cave right. I don't think in the Sega, in the original arcade or Sega Saturn version.
100, medium left. 100, caution. Press
Oh,
water. 150, caution. Very long, medium right. Right. 70, hey left. 150. Very long, easy right. Even farther. Finish.
yeah, I think it delves into the lower polygon models, possibly for low-level LODs. So it's the level of detail. Because basically most games will have a level of detail, so either far level of detail, sort of close level, so a very close, and then a sort of mid-range one. Some games may even have more these days, but PS3 games, I know when I worked on home we had 3 levels of details. We had low, medium and high. I may have even taken... Oh, I did take that car. I didn't- As I said, although it's not... I don't think it's as good as the original game. It's got a lot more content than the original game. And it's still a very good title in its own right, Sega Rally 2. It's certainly worth your money. I mean, it's not an expensive game to buy on Dreamcast. I think it's pennies because it was so common. This MSR and Sonic Adventure, I remember one time going into EB when the Dreamcast had released, and literally looked at the second-hand bargain bin, and like one row was all MSR, one row was all Sega Rally, and another row all Sonic Adventures. You could tell what games were the pack-ins that people didn't want or had finished and then wanted to trade it in for something else. I must admit, I personally never traded in my games. I always kept them so you could revisit them. Yeah, the final track on the last year is actually quite a cool first track race one, with basically time against the opponent. It's very much like the original mountain one. Come on. Well, the original 3 tracks don't make it into this one. There are basically tracks a bit similar, but not quite. And yeah, they do look like toy cars without the shading, don't they? I think the only time it's using the high-res models now is when it's sort of there on that... And you actually get the crowd in that award scene. And on to year 4. Ah. 4-speed Lancia Delta, just like the original Sega Rally arcade game. Have been complaining to YouTube about the statistics.
3, 2, 1, go!
So hopefully Sega will be fixing that issue. Well, Sega, YouTube will be fixing that issue so we don't get weird up and down stats where it's telling me where I have people in chat to it says doesn't acknowledge anyone in chat.
200. Long, medium right. Right. 0.
Plus, but looking at this, I'm just wondering whether this or Vanishing Point is better. Vanishing Point does have some very good graphics, I will admit.
150.
But the render style is slightly different, so that does...
Long, easy left. Narrow. Bridge. 150. Very long, easy left. Narrow. 150. Long, easy right. Right. 70. Oh, very long, easy right. Open. Finish.
Ideally, if you want to get first, you want to aim to take at least 4 to 5 cars a race. I think in a couple, you do really well, you can do 6. But that means you need to be absolutely spot on perfect.
3, 2, 1, go. 150. In China.
But yeah, definitely if you're wondering why I keep using the first person view, it's because even with the frame rate cheat turned on, it's faster in first person. Oh, we've got, it's definitely a bit more, yeah, you definitely feel the added effect of the rain on this one. It makes it a lot more slippery.
150. Easy left. 100. Medium right. 150. Travel. 70. Very long. Easy left. 200. In China.
I'm getting nowhere in this race, aren't I? This is my least favourite race that I keep messing up on. Come on, it's turned off. At least the brake lights are all there. Okay, this is a dreadful race. I'm well down.
50. On, easy right, maybe. 100. Travel. 100. Medium left. Finish.
Ah, is this? Yeah, this is the original desert stage, isn't it?
100, easy right. 200, caution. Test done.
Yep, this is the original desert stage.
200, water. On, medium right. Oh no! 200, caution. Test done. 100, easy left, maybe. Oh! 150, caution. Easy left. Easy right. 300, very, very long. Easy right, maybe. Caution. Caution. Finish!
Okay, that was a much better race. I managed to gain on quite a few cars, that one. And we're back to doing the Riviera laps too. You do repeat a lot of the tracks, but there are quite a few more. But they're all on a theme. The final track you unlock is, like I said, a head-to-head race one, which is quite an interesting track. but that's only in the last year, so...
200, medium right.
Oh, so the Riviera's at night now.
Caution. Oh, hairpin right. 50, medium left.
Bit
100,
hairpin left.
medium left. Medium right. Oh, 70, medium right.
They're a lot closer together in this mode than they are arcade mode, so...
100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Excellent. Hey, right. 500, medium right. Checkpoint. 100, caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left.
I need to drive like a man possessed if I'm going to survive this course.
70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium
No, not going to have enough time, am I?
50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Hey, right.
Game over, yeah. Okay, let's try that with a different car. Let's try that with a lucky yellow. The lucky yellow one, which does... This one definitely seems to have advantages. Oh, so that's actually... So that's... Max power, 108 revs per... So this should be an inferior car every step of the way, but it just feels like they've done something with it as a joke. This should be like the worst car in the game by the looks of it.
Three, 2, 1, go! 100, on, medium right, open. 70, easy left. Narrow. 200, on, easy left. Easy right. Narrow. Easy right. 200, on, medium right, tight. Narrow. Checkpoint. 150, medium left. Medium right. 150, medium right, tight. Oh, easy right. Long, easy left. Narrow. Bridge. 150, very long, easy left. Narrow. 150, long, easy right, tight. 70, very long, easy right, open. Finish.
Oh, why, you're doing a video of Kaluga? Although these days I've noticed on YouTube, unless unless you're like first up with the long play, you can get slaughtered in the views now. Because YouTube will just basically, and weirdly it seems to like I noticed view-wise it seems to like the longest long play, not or playthroughs, over shorter ones. Because obviously people watch the longer ones more.
150, hey, right. 150, easy left. 100, medium right. 150, travel. 70, very long.
This actually seems to have more control.
In burnout. 200, option. Hairpin right. Checkpoint. Oh, 100, on, medium left. Option. 100, narrow. 50, medium left. Medium right. 100, easy right. No! 100, medium right. 150,
Oh, I just lost position. Yeah, no, I should actually, some of the games when I replay them, I should do long plays from them, or playthroughs. I've noticed the long plays that tend to do the best of sort of the big games. So stuff like Mario 64, all the big popular games, all the niche ones don't tend to do that well, but it's nice to be able to cover them. Because at least that way you're covering games that a lot of people may not know about or see. And
2, 1,
because there are so many games now that you'll get a lot of channels that will just churn out all the big games, but it's nice to be able to churn out the lesser known ones that at least gives them coverage and perhaps gives them a chance for them to be reissued and re-released.
press, jump. 100, easy right. 200, water. Long, medium right. Checkpoint.
Not a great start.
Oh no! 200, caution. Press, jump. 100, easy left, maybe.
And as I found the case, if you put up obscure videos, someone will eventually link to them and then you get loads of views. Well, this is a dreadful run through desert this time.
300, very, very long, easy right, maybe. Caution. Fun.
This is dreadful.
Oh!
I probably should tweak my car a bit more, but I can't be bothered. But yeah, I'll have a look when you put it up. I should really actually... Kudelka, because it's the Vandal Hearts series I really enjoy in Kudelka as it's the start of the Vandal Hearts series. It's an interesting one. I do actually have a copy now, so I do need to sit down and play it.
3, 2, 1, go! 200, medium right. 100, caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left.
I mean, a lot of them that have done it, that did it yonks ago, are now really successful, but it depends when you put it out. These days, if you put out a long play of some of the more bigger games, you won't get playthroughs. I mean, I did one of Super Mario on the Game Boy, and it's by far the best playthrough, but we just didn't get traction on it.
Excellent. Hey, right.
So I don't know what was going on with YouTube, but we just did not get traction on it.
Checkpoint. 100, caution.
The metric for YouTube is getting a bit weirder and weirder.
100, medium left. Medium right.
Oh,
70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Excellent.
I thought I said Shadow Hearts, or did I say Vandal Hearts or something? Oh, oh, up at the line. Yeah, Shadow Hearts is, because I quite enjoy them. I remember you saying the third one, the power one's utterly broken. $307,000, $287.60, $296,000, $3,550. Yeah, statistically that's actually one of the best cars. Okay, statistically the 306 is probably the best. 7 speed. Ooh. Give it a whirl. Yeah, the third one's from the New World, isn't it? Yeah, it's one I've got quite a few games I need to eventually get round to playing on the PS2, although I might be an old man by the time I get round to actually doing it. Trying to play through Eldorado's Gate at the minute on Dreamcast, and that's actually proving to be very interesting. That's actually a game where you can literally revisit any scenario. So how Eldorado Gate works, and it's something quite unique, which I didn't realise, is because each game is made up of, so there's 7 volumes in Eldorado's Gate, and each game is made up of 3 to 2 chapters on each disc. And each disc is a volume. Yeah, this car's definitely better than the others. Come on, come on. But basically in Eldorado's Gate, you can jump from you could be playing chapter. You could be playing chapter 6. Well, let's say chapter 7 on disc 3, and then you can literally go back to disc 1 and take your equipment back, which is quite interesting because there's no game I can think of. So games like Ark the Lad and Shining Force 3 allowed you to move your gear retrospectively forward, but there's no game I'm aware of that previously, until Eldorado's Gate, that allowed you to move your gear backwards to previous titles in the series as well. That's a really interesting thing, and I didn't realise that, and I thought, okay.
3, 2, 1,
In fact, I think you actually need to replay key scenarios to get key items multiple times to unlock hidden boss fights. Eldorado's Gate is full of hidden boss fights and things. Each disc pretty much has its own set of secrets and items. But yeah, you can transfer primarily your items between the game.
100, easy right. 200, water. Come on, medium right.
Which is really interesting. So I saw the best way, because basically on the second chapter on the first disc you can get a really rare bonus item from basically what is a hidden boss.
Oh no! 150.
Ah,
Easy left. Easy right.
To put it bluntly, there's an unwinnable fight in Eldorado's Gate on the first disc on the second chapter, where you have to fight basically a monster that looks a bit like a bomb from Final Fantasy. Now what's interesting is you can actually defeat that one, and if you defeat that first one, a second one comes on that's even tougher. Now those fights when you first play it are pretty much unwinnable. However, if you get... No, they were released 2 months apart each volume, and there's 7 volumes. But the game uses a special algorithm that it credits, and I think it must be that algorithm.
100, caution. Hairpin right. Oh! 50, oh! Medium left. 100, medium left. Medium right. 70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right.
Oh god, this car's miles better than the others.
500, medium right. Checkpoint. 100.
No, they released them each volume was released 2 months apart, but they must have planned. They released them so closely. They must have at least had the first 3 or 4 in the bag when they did them. But you could transfer items. So I saw a guy doing a quick video where they transferred an item from like the very last scenario to the second one to defeat that special monster boss. Yeah, you can only overtake a couple of cars each race in this as well. Yeah, it's really interesting. You can also, once you've done a chapter, replay it. I think it was only forward. Yeah, Hack's the same. Hack's transferring forward. And Hack, they released them all around the same time. Eldorado's Gate, yeah, they were all only released within... So they're released in about... There were 7 volumes. They were all released about 2 months apart from each one. So you got volume 1 2 months later. So they were released over a course of 7 times 2. Basically nearly the course of a year. And that's really interesting. So I'm actually going to be cheeky. I'm going to replay the first one now, seeing as that's by the Peugeot 306, by far the best car. So yeah, Hack allowed you to transfer. Yeah, I forgot. Both Hack games allow you to transfer the saves forward. Arc the Lad allows you to transfer the saves forward between Arc the Lad 1 to 2, which primarily transfers everything over. The third game allows you to read saves in the second one, I think, but it doesn't transfer that much over. And there was also the Arc Arena, which you required a save from the second game to use. Shining Force 3 does it. All 3 scenarios transfer 1 to 2 to 3, but again you can't go backwards, although scenario 1 can see the save files from scenario 2 and 3. Yeah, because you have to replay scenarios. So there is a guy who's actually done a Japanese long play of it. It's only Japanese, it's old quality, but the guy playing it is basically totally game breaking it, because when I watched him I realised he'd already his saves show that he's already beaten the game, so he's replaying it with all the best equipment, so it just totally breaks the game. So he's playing it really fast, and I thought, well, how's he doing this as quickly? And then I realised he had actually, because basically if you beat all the chapters you can see like what chapter you're playing. It actually saves, so chapter 1 will know that you, basically disc 1 volume 1 will know if you finished up to disc 3, it will see all the different chapters. Supposedly they cut it short as well. I think they said it was originally about 24 chapters, so I think it was meant to be 10 volumes, but I think I read a few people sort of mentioned it didn't sell well in Japan, which isn't unsurprising as the Dreamcast was a bit of a flop in Japan compared to the Saturn. I know the Japanese didn't take the Dreamcast like they did the Saturn. it's a logistic nightmare to even actually play through the game, because I saw a guide site. There's a guide site that lists all the different hidden bosses, and you need to literally, some cases I think you need to replay scenarios to get items in order to unlock other areas. So there are certain areas you can only visit if you've got certain items from certain scenarios and chapters. So basically you'll need an item from an X chapter. There's also a weapon forging system, which is quite interesting, and some weapons can only be forged on certain chapters and volumes if you've got other items from previous chapters. There's also a big, although I've not shown it in any of the videos we've done, there's a huge hub town where you can move your items and deposit your gold and things.
150, on, easy right. 70, on, medium left, right.
Which is, I mean, it's very interesting the fact you can do all that. There's not many games that let you do that, so I found I'm really tempted to actually do a playthrough myself from the beginning. At least I might do one of the discs and see how it goes.
Checkpoint. 150, on, easy left.
And then play the hidden bosses, yeah.
100, easy left. 150, easy right. Narrow. 200, offset.
From what I saw, the first disc, the first disc basically is a bonus boss fight against an unwinnable battle, but you need, from what I saw in one of the guides, he mentioned you couldn't beat it until you're at least disc 3 onwards. So the items you get from disc 3 allow you to beat the boss basically. If you try and beat it before then, you won't be up to scratch.
Easy right, maybe. 50.
Yeah, apologies if you're wondering why I'm not chatting about Sega Rally 2 that much. We've already spoken about it to death, but it is a great game to see there. Appreciate all the likes, everyone, if you are hitting that like button. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're all enjoying this look at Sega Rally on the Dreamcast. Trying to see if I can unlock the hidden bit, because that was race 2. Yeah, I need to do better. I think I need to be in at least position 6 by the end of this race.
3, 2, 1, go. 50.
Yeah, El Dorado makes some very interesting... there's not many games I think you can carry stuff backwards between volumes. Yeah, so basically, can you think of a sequel that allows you to carry items back to the original? Although admittedly they would probably have been planned as one game, so that's a very smart planning on behalf of Capcom. And no doubt most of the games were in the can when they released it. So based on how quickly they were set apart, they must have had volumes 2, 1, 2 and 3 ready to go. Oh, can I take this car? This is going to be literally the last bend. Come on! Yes! Okay, so that gives me only 4 cars to overtake in this final race. So if I come first in this one, I should unlock one of the hidden cars. Might try arcade mode with this one as well. Yeah, this car's miles better than some of the others.
3, 2, 1, go! 200, medium right. 100, offset. Right.
And yeah, the game does take quite a graphical hit when you do this frame rate, but definitely it is smoother at this.
100, medium left, medium right. 70, medium right, medium left. 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, oh no! Caution. Hey, right.
Okay, third, so I need to be first.
Checkpoint.
That you can only overtake so many cars as well each race, so but I think I'm good in this one. It's about 5 or 6 cars will only ever appear on each race, purely to stop you sort of destroying the field. Okay, and there's number 1.
Medium right.
Yeah, I've got this.
100, medium left. 50, caution. Exit right. 70, caution. Hey, right.
Arika, I'm going to ask you to search the channel and you'll answer a question. So please go and look at some of the videos on the channel as well. Don't just watch the streams. You'll know we've done a long play at Sega Rally Championship on the PlayStation 2. So yes, I have played it. We've already done. And yes, that's a victory. We're first. But yes, we do have Sega Rally. We've already covered it on the channel. In fact, I've already... I think I did... It was one of the very first streams. I did a quick stream on it as well. You can drive a new car. So what was the new car we can drive? That looked like it might be a variant on the Subaru. But yeah, we have covered... We've got a long play of the Sega Saturn version of Sega Rally. We have a long play of the arcade PlayStation 2 edition. And I've got a few videos of Sega Rally 2006 as well. In fact, I streamed 2006 a little while back, didn't I? So yeah, once you come first, you get a gold thing as well. But yeah. Yeah, no, we have covered it. And it is a very good version. It's by far... it doesn't have all the extras of the Sega Saturn version, but it is out there. But yeah, I think you get two versions of the Subaru, yeah. Hello, deep in friendship and maintaining the world peace. You have the original Sega Rally on Saturn. Yep, this is Sega Rally. Yeah, it was only included with the limited edition version of Sega Rally 2006, just as a heads up. If you are going to buy Sega Rally 2006, make sure to grab the limited edition double pack. It is a very good... 3, 2, 1, go! So we did stream Sega Rally 2006, and I said Sega Rally 2006 is an awesome game. We have got Sega Rally online as well. I've done a long play of that, so because we are big fans of it at the channel. Online was quite a good 360 game. Revno is a horrible mess of a game.
150, caution. Jump. Water.
Revno is an awful game, and I actually know people who worked on that, and they basically said half the game was placeholder and then they just released it. And one of the big problems with Revno is they said the game was too easy up until like the very last build when they decided to make it a bit harder, but they made it harder so late at the end that literally the game is brutally hard as a result because they didn't balance it. One of the testers I actually knew worked with, he said they didn't balance it. They literally, it was really easy up until like the last build or two, then they just made it really hard, Revno, and it was just unplayable.
1, go. 150, start now. Easy right. 100, easy left. Narrow. 100, easy left. Maybe. 150, caution. Hey, right. 150, hey, right. 150, easy left. 100, medium right. 150, it's travel. 70, very long, easy left. 200, in front now. 200, caution. 10 right. 100, long, medium left. Caution. 100, narrow. 50, medium left. Medium right. 100, easy right. 100, easy
Get
right.
out of my way.
150, caution. Open hairpin left. 100,
Come
long,
on.
medium right.
This one's kind of based on the old Forest track, but not quite. It's like a weird amalgamation.
50, long, easy right, maybe. 100, travel. 100, medium left. Finish.
Curses. But yeah, Sega Rally Revno is a horrible unfinished game. The Sumo online game they did, so Sega Rally Online, it was later ported into Sega Rally 3, was kind of like a weird cut-up version of Revno, and that was actually much better as they rebalanced the game properly. But Revno itself is an unfinished mess that should never have been released in the state it was. One of the developers told me the menus are actually placeholder in that. They were told they would be finalised at some point, and they never were. So the menus in Sega Rally Revno are literally placeholder.
150, medium right. 50, medium right. 100, caution. On, lead left.
I really don't have anything good to say about it. Well, I think the stuff behind it's not bad, it's just the game is just unfinished and just brutally hard as a result, because they hadn't balanced it and properly finished off all the elements to it. So I can't recommend Revno for anyone because it's just brutally hard.
100, caution. Left.
It's probably one of the hardest racing games on Xbox 360, Revno.
70, medium right.
Can't catch up with any cars on this stage.
Finish.
Yeah, Sega Rally 2006 is interlaced. There's no progressive mode. The bonus, there's no progressive mode now. It has widescreen.
Go. 200, medium right. 100, caution. Hairpin right. Oh. 50, medium left. 100, medium left. Medium right. Oh. 70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. 8 right. 500, medium right.
Yeah, the Xbox version then got ported as to an Sega Rally 3. It's not the true Sega Rally 3. The true Sega Rally 3 is actually Sega Rally 2006, because they actually did so AM, from what I understand, AM3 actually did or whoever did Sega Rally, so AM2 did Sega Rally, just check that, they did a version of Sega Rally 3 much earlier, and then they argued over the cabinet, and then they never released it. So I think that what ended up being Sega Rally 2006, and then Sumo cut up. Basically, Sega Rally Online Arcade is a cut-up version of Sega Rally Revno, and Sega Rally 3 that they did is just a port of Sega Rally Online. So effectively, Sega Rally 3 is just a cut-up version of Sega Rally Revno with balancing, and it's a much better game. But yeah, do look at the channel. If you type in Sega Rally, you'll get about 7 or 8 returns. But yeah, we do have videos of the original game on the channel. We have video game. The only one we didn't have videos of is this one, which we do today. But I will do a proper video as well, because I know a lot of people don't like the streams, because you get people who want me chatting to you guys, and then people who don't. So it's a constant balance. I lost track of the amount of people say, I don't want commentary on this video, I want commentary. Was I playing the 206 or the 306 in that last race? I think I was the 206, not the 306. Oops-a-daisy. Yeah, no, as I explained, there's an unreleased Sega Rally 3 that I think it was turned into Sega Rally 2006. I'm not entirely sure. I know there was supposedly an unreleased Sega Rally 3. The later version, as I explained, is just Sega Rally Revno cut up, or basically a cut up version of Sega Rally Revno that was So Sega Rally Online Arcade came out first, and then Sumo Digital released it as a...
100, long, easy right. 100, easy left. Far now. Checkpoint. 150, in travel. Caution. Stay left. Stay right. 100, caution. Medium right, medium left. In the car now. 70, medium left, maybe. 200, long, easy left, maybe. 100, narrow. Easy left. 100, easy right. Finish! Three, two, one, go! 150. Easy right. 100, easy left.
Let's give it a whirl. Oh yeah, see Rally 3 was... They actually did... So Rally 3 was... Rally 3 came out before online, so they cut up Revno. So Sega Rally 3 is just a cut up version of Sega Rally Revno. I thought online came out before the arcade release, it was the other way around. But yeah, just a cut up version of Revno, but a betterly balanced cut up version of Revno, so... Sadly it's no longer available due to all the licensing issue. Basically that's the problem with these licensed car games, they get pulled. I mean that's why Sega have never reissued Sega Rally 2, because they've not got the current license for some of the cars. And that's a big issue with some of these games. We've got quite historically important games being unable to release, and they need to sort that out so that they can do. Oh, not going to be able to take that one. Night Nico, thanks for being on stream. Hope you have a good one. I'm going to finish it off in a minute myself actually. I want to get on some other games. I actually have Demolition Racer No Exit to look into. Appreciate all the likes everyone. Thank you for liking the stream.
150. Travel. Medium left.
Yeah, appreciate you guys staying. Hope you're all enjoying this look at Sega Rally 2. I will definitely ding out our save file of all the cars unlocked. I was hoping the cheats would work, but obviously the cheats to unlock all the cars don't work in the Western version, or they've been changed.
Long, medium right. 150. Medium left. Maybe.
Actually, should check cutting room floor. They will detail if the cheats work.
Oh no! 100 caution.
Okay, left.
Stay right.
Okay, right. But you see, I mean, you lose a lot of the graphical details with this cheat, but it definitely makes it smoother. It's still not a solid 60 frames a second, sadly. Oh, oh, just. No, I ain't gonna do it now after that crash. Basically, the years do get harder as they roll on, so you do have to get very good. I remember this actually taking quite a while. You really had to practice to get the best out of each...
150. Very long, easy right. Even farther. Finish.
Now, I think I've still got a race to go. Yeah, but there is a cancelled Sega Rally 3, so ignore what you know about the chronological order there, because the Sega Rally you know as 3 was just a cut-up version of Revno. There is a game that was Sega Rally 3 that was cancelled. Supposedly they were arguing over the cabinets, but I think it is whatever became, I think Sega Rally, it may be what became a Sega Rally 2006. I'm not entirely sure, but it would make sense, it would be that period.
3, 2, 1, go!
So they just ported what they had to PS2.
70, easy left.
Right, I'm going to need to drive like a bat out of hell to win this one because I've got next to no time left.
Come on, medium left, baby.
I can't afford to crash, so I've got to make sure I keep my speed.
100, caution. Hey, right. Easy left, baby. Hairpin right.
Oh, I'm not going to do it, am I?
Come on, medium left. Checkpoint. Open hairpin right.
Yeah, I need to get used to braking more. I've not been braking that much. Appreciate everyone with the likes on the stream. It is very...
Medium left. Medium right. 150. Medium right.
I assume you were saying good night to Nico, Arika. I assume you're still here.
Come on, easy left. Narrow. Bridge.
Hope you've been enjoying this look at Sega Rally 2.
Very long, easy left.
Now, can I finish this track? Come on, come on. 5 seconds, 4, 3.
Easy right.
Oh no, I'm just going to be out of time, but you can...
Come on, easy right.
Yeah, just at the right at the end of the chicane at the end. Oh, we just lost out again. Yeah, but first you don't succeed, pick the most munchkin car, as they say. Okay, I'm going to give arcade mode one last shot, so we've got time attack. Don't think I've unlocked any tracks yet. I'm just going to see if the cutting room floor list. The cutting room floor is by far the best site for... They do have a lot of modern sites for cheats. So we've got desert, we've got mountains, snowy, Riviera, muddy. There is a few additional tracks. Quickly for the time attack there, I'm not going to race on anything. I'm just going to... So I'll give arcade mode one last shot and then I'm going to wrap it up. I want to see if I can get 7th or better, see if that does unlock an additional car. I've got one car, but as I said, the cheats, I think some of the cheats are listed to the Japanese version, and the Japanese version is a touch different to the... So the Western version, as I said, the Japanese version came out first, so they did tweak it a bit. This version is a bit slightly better frame rate, apparently, although I haven't done any test check, but...
3, 2, 1, go! 200, easy left. It's travel.
Gonna do better than I normally.
150, easy right. 150, come on, easy left, baby. 200, come on, easy left,
The
baby.
other car's gonna be out of reach again. Oh, just.
Finish. Three, two, one, go. 150, it's far now. Easy right. 100, easy left. Narrow. 100.
So I will be finishing after this race. I'm gonna wrap it up there.
Hey, right. 150. Hey, right. 150. Easy left. 100. Medium right. 150. It's travel. 70. Very long. Easy left. 200. Car now. 200. Caution. 10 right. No. 100. Long. Medium left. Caution. 100. Narrow. 50. Medium left. Medium right. 100. Easy right. 100. Medium right. No. 150. Caution. Open hairpin left. 100. Come on. Medium right. 50. Come on. Easy right, baby. 100. It's travel. 100. Medium left. Finish.
Okay, I'm up a position at long last. Let's see if I can get to 7th or above. So can I actually take someone on this course?
2, 1, go. 50 on, easy right, baby. 100, very, very long, easy left, baby. Open. 200, easy right, easy left.
I remember you can take cars on this course, but it's just a case of you had to get very, very good and know how to take every turn.
No! 150, medium right. 50, medium right. 100, caution. Oh, on, medium left. 100, easy left. 100, caution. 10 right. 30, easy left. 150, very, very long, medium left. Oh! Oh! 100, caution. Press. 100, on, medium left. 70, medium right. Oh! Finish!
Right, so here we go with, see if I can get 7th or better. I'd like to get 6th.
3, 2, 1, go! 200, medium right. 100, caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left. 100, medium left. Medium right. 70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium left. 50, caution. Hairpin right. 70, caution. Hey, right.
Oh! The other thing is if they hit you and pass you, the other cars automatically seem to just move into position, so they will just move ahead of you regardless of where you are.
Caution. Hairpin right. 50, medium left.
They seem to be auto positioned, so basically if they hit you,
Medium left. Medium right. 70, medium right. Medium left. 100, medium left.
come on, let's see if we can get this car ahead.
Hairpin right. Oh, 70, excellent.
Right.
Caution. Hey,
Right on the, no, he's just going to be ahead. Still 7th, that's better.
Finish.
That's a rank up. from my previous runs. Now will that unlock me another car? Or do I need to be... I think it's 7th or better unlocked you another car, but I might be wrong. We'll find out. Again, I might have said 6 or better. No, no car unlocked. And I'll just let arcade mode play us out with some nice music. I actually got better time with the yellow car. Alright, let's give it one last shot. Try this again. I'm quite keen to try so I can best get... so I get 6 or higher. Supposedly, I think the criteria for the first unlock car would change to just beat arcade mode, but let's give it a... see if I can get... I need to get 6 or higher if I want. The supposed car... this won't be about some of the unlocks are often just very messy on a lot of the cheat websites. Often they get confused with the different versions of the game because Sega Rally 2 has different cars. I believe the Japanese version has a couple of different cars to the Western version. I think the same was true of Sega GT because they couldn't get the licenses in some areas because the agreements already of existing manufacturers and other games developers. Try restart.
2, 1, go! 200, easy left.
So we get this one spot on this time, so let's take...
300, come on, easy left. 200, come on, medium left. Water. 150, caution. Press, jump. Water. 100, medium right, medium left. 150, caution. Press, jump. Water. 150, easy right. 150, come on, easy left, baby. 200, come on, easy left, baby. It's fun now. Finish.
Yeah, I think the Peugeot's better. I seem to come about 12. I can't seem to get better than about 12 on that one. You can definitely beat the other car, but I think you need a nigh on perfect run.
3, 2,
And I need to be picking the best car for the job as well.
150, it's fun now. Easy right. 100, easy left. 0. 100, easy left, baby. 150.
Watch that, mustn't
caution.
hit the side.
Hey, right. 150, hey, right. 150, easy left. 100, medium right. 150, in travel. 70, very long, easy left. 200, in fun now. 200, caution. Left and right. 100, on, medium left. Caution. 100, 50, come on, easy right, maybe. 100, it's travel. 100, medium left. Oh
Right, let's do a restart. Now I think that restarts the whole thing, but let's give it another shot. Basically, if I don't beat that red car, I might as well
no! 3, 2,
just not bother.
1, go! 200, easy left. It's travel.
Bear in mind, for a while now I've had the graphics turned off, so that way you get a higher frame rate, and definitely you do notice it.
200, come on,
It's still not as fast as it should be though.
150, caution. Press done. Corner, checkpoint. 100, medium right, medium left. 150, caution. Press done. Corner. 150, easy right. 150, come on, easy left, maybe.
A 103 time before.
200, come on, easy left, maybe. It's tarmac. Finish!
About the same time as before, so let's see if we can do a bit better. And then I'm going to try with the Persia if I don't do. But I'm just about to finish, so I'm not going to be playing too much more, so hang on to your seats or your tickets. We are about to finish the encore, so to speak.
150, it's tarmac. Easy right.
So yeah, thanks to everyone who has been watching. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for all your likes on stream. It does help the Randomised Gaming channel. And thank you to everyone who has been with me tonight, enjoying this look at Sega Rally Championship 2 on Dreamcast. So for all, this is the PAL version I'm playing, and I'm playing it on an actual PAL Dreamcast. So you're seeing the genuine game running via VGA on original hardware.
Easy left. 200, it's tarmac. 200, caution. Checkpoint. 10 right. 100, come on, medium left. Caution. 100, narrow. 50, medium left. Medium right. 100, easy right. 100, medium right. 150, caution. Open hairpin left. 100, come on.
Oh, you...
50, come on, easy right, maybe. 100, it's travel. 100, medium left. Finish!
No, you're not taking me that time. Right. Here's the race I actually need to try and beat someone on, because I just can't seem to get past
3, 2,
any...
1, go! 50, come on, easy right, maybe. 100, very, very long, easy left, maybe. Open. 200, easy right, easy left. 70, come on, medium left.
It's not an easy right, easy left when you don't have control of the car on the ice.
50, medium right. 100, caution. Come on, please left. 100, easy left.
Oh, come on, this is a much better run than I normally do. Why aren't we seeing the other cars yet?
30, easy left. 150, very, very long, medium right.
No, we just use a standard VGA box. I don't tend to get, as long as it's a half decent VGA box, the picture quality will be good. We don't use an official one, so I don't know how well they are. I know there's lots of different manufacturers who make them, so, and they do vary. We've had one or two, well we've got sort of had the VGA box. It's just the scalers you use really, because the thing with VGA is, and I don't think many people realise this, so you can be a bit suckered in by it, VGA is pretty much the same quality because it's a HDMI, basically it's like a precursor to HDMI. You should be getting the same quality if it's a good quality lead. Because it's it's how VGA is.
100, medium left. Medium right.
But yeah, as long as it's a good quality VGA box, I mean, the thing with VGA, as I said, as long as it's a good quality box, you should be getting a decent picture, because VGA is basically a digital format, I believe, so it's pretty much the same across the board. If you don't get the sort of a good PC picture, then something's wrong with your VGA, then your VGA box just isn't very good. But in theory, most VGA boxes, other than really naff ones, should give you the same picture. I know there's a few with a lot of additional options, so I know some have scan lines and things, which... Yeah. No, this car's definitely slower. I'm not actually going to finish this one, I'm going to exit. I'll try the Peugeot again, I'm going to give it one last shot. But yeah, I mean, I do recommend a VGA box, just as long as it's not like a cheap £5 one. It should be good, but some do have more options, so I think a few do scan lines for those who prefer. I mean, I don't use scan lines for 480p, but I know some people do like them, and some of them have a few additional options, switching. Ours has got a switch between S-Video. It's actually an S-Video and a VGA box, and because it's got them, you can switch and force some games into 60Hz or VGA mode. I've been told the action replay force is not the... We use the exploder, but I've been told the action replay can force some games into VGA as well, so I might try that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Or more specifically, the action replay CDX and the Game Shark CDX, which are basically the same thing, but they're different to the exploder and the code breaker. I believe the exploder is the European release of the code breaker, and the Game Shark is the European release of the action, the US release of the action replay, which is the European version. Hi, Terry Wogan. I'm going to guess you're named after a certain TV personality. Glad you're enjoying this stream. Yep, we are looking at the classic Sega Rally. No, this isn't a very good run. Let's restart this. Yeah, you've got the classic pictures of Terry Wogan, rest his soul. Hope you're enjoying this look at Sega Rally 2 Championship on the Sega Dreamcast. Come on. No, let's restart that. We're all trying to have one final good run, so I'm going to try and get... No, that actually jams it if you do it like that. Yeah, but if you can over-rev your car, so I've got to be careful. My fingers are beginning to feel a bit tired. But yeah, it's still actually a very good racing game. It's not as good as the original Rally game, but this is a lot more content, so definitely a nice one to play. Nice trip down memory lane for me. Thank you for suggesting it, Arika. Let's restart. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it supports RGB SCART, does it, the Toriko one? That's quite nice. Yeah, I know there's a range of different VGA boxes, so some obviously have more said, some have more features, so... And this is not a expensive game to buy, Terry, so it's still pretty cheap. I mean, this was a really heavily produced one. Let's restart that. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the one we've got's got S-Video and Yeah, I'm sure you can probably get it off eBay or a few other sites. I know that a lot of... Even this one generally turns up even in retro stores pretty regularly. I'm actually playing the PAL version, so the PAL version doesn't support 60 Hz over RGB unless you force it, but it does support VGA, which you're seeing here, and it does look lovely. And yeah, well, there's loads of... You've been showing all streams, some great... There's an absolute horde of modes. And quite a bit to unlock as well. Oh. No, I did it bad. Leave it one last shot. It is still a very good game. If you're enjoying the stream, please do consider hitting that like button. It is very much appreciated. It does help tell YouTube that people enjoy our videos here at Randomised Gaming. And I should introduce myself in case you're new to the stream. My name is Random Gamer Ribbon and I am the editor of Randomised Gaming, and I welcome you all to. I stream every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. We stream a range of games across a whole host of platforms. The last couple of weeks I've been streaming Dreamcast stuff, so and there will be more Dreamcast stuff tomorrow. I'll be looking at Spider-Man on the Dreamcast tomorrow. Nah, this is not a good run. Okay, let's finish the arcade mode there. You know, I'll do one last run on the 10-year championship. I've beaten arcade mode about 4 or 5 times now, so I saw that one we've unlocked the hidden car for, so there are 10. Let's give the 5th one another shot. There is lots, so that was a hidden car, and this one's a hidden car, and as we showed earlier, if you hold LT and A over the Corolla, you get a hidden design for that as well. Actually, I should check the stats for the hidden version. Is that better? L and A, 299, 5070. It's just a okay, it just changes the, it doesn't change the actual car, it just changes the chassis. Yeah, this will be my final race, guys. But yeah, if you want to chat, feel free to jump into chat. Appreciate everyone who's in there is ready. Apologies, we have said it, so you need to be a subscriber, but you only need to be a subscriber for 1 minute, and you can always unsubscribe at the end of the video if you don't want to chat away. It's purely to stop people coming in and basically making spam comments, which we were getting previously, so it roots them out basically. Now I should say I have inputted the frame rate cheat, so there is a cheat code to increase the frame rate, and it does remove some of the detail, so we have less things like people standing around, but it does improve the game quite heavily. So it's still not perfect. This does not keep a constant 60 frames a second. It does go up and down a bit, but it goes up and down quite a bit less when you have the cheat put on. Medium right, medium left. This is not good run. Hi JJ Lynn, thanks for joining the stream. Very much appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate all the likes as well. Thank you very much for all the likes on stream. I think it's actually one of my best. We have 157 playbacks, so I wasn't expecting that many, so thank you everyone. This is probably one of my best viewed retro streams actually, so although apologies if you guys are joining, I am actually going to finish in a few minutes, so
3, 2, 1, go! 150, easy right. 100, easy left. 100, easy right. 200, caution. Press stop.
I'll tell you one thing though, unlocking everything in this is much harder than the original Sega Rally. In fact, I think this is much harder than the original Sega Rally. The fact you have so many additional tracks is quite nice. Yes, there is Arica. There is Sega Rally Championship Pass. Also, the Netlink edition in the US features all the changes Sega Rally Championship Plus has as well. So if you're in America, grab the Netlink edition of Sega Rally. You don't need to grab the Japanese Plus edition. Basically, the release order is, I think it's the Japanese version, the US, the Japanese version, the European version. So the European one is the best of the default ones. Then they got the Japanese got Plus, and then lastly the US got yeah, definitely. If you're going to play Dreamcast these days, VGA is so much nicer. I should say I'm using a VGA box, just a sort of generic random one, and I am playing this via an open source scan converter as well, but the OS open source scan converter is purely for my capture card to read it. If you plugged it straight back into the TV, it would look the same, because I actually have a LCD from 2010 that still has a VGA port. And you can still get monitors with VGA ports. We're actually going to hook this up to a monitor. One of the guys on the team got a new spinning monitor that you can spin 90 degrees for shooters. There are a few games that don't support VGA on Dreamcast, and a few of the power ones had the VGA mode removed. However, there are a few devices that can force quite a lot into VGA with a few tricks. But not every game will run a VGA. Thank you, Terry, very much appreciated. And thank you, JJ Lynn, as well. And yeah, the Dreamcast, I think it's, yeah, I think it's a pretty well known of the Sega console, so I wouldn't... Ooh, this is going to be tight. I think the problem is these days a lot of the Dreamcast games are no longer Dreamcast exclusive. So something like this is still Dreamcast exclusive, and the best way to play it is still the Sega Dreamcast. I think even Model 3 emulation isn't perfect at present. Am I going to make this one? 9. Come on, come on. 4. Stage 3. Thank you, JJ Lynn. Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, we do make... As I was mentioning to Arica earlier, we have covered, if you do want more Sega Rally content, we have videos of the original game on Sega Saturn and PlayStation 2. I also have a video of Sega Rally Online Arcade if you want to watch another Sega Rally game. I probably should make a playlist of Sega Rally. Yeah, I can imagine the Netlink version is quite a bit more expensive now, Arica. I know the US Saturn games have really shot up in price. I quite wanted to get a copy of Battle Sports.
3, 2, 1.
But then I saw the price of that recently and I was a bit flabbergasted.
Come on, medium right, open.
It's not a very good game either, but it's just one that's obviously the price has just shot up.
Oh, 200. Come on, medium right. Come on, medium left, baby. Narrow. Bridge.
Ah, that sussed me out.
Awesome. Hey, right. Medium left, baby.
But yeah, the Dreamcast 480, I mean the Dreamcast is really ahead of its time supporting 480p. But it does mean so many Dreamcast games look as good as just as HDMI consoles. A few games even have widescreen support, although it's not true 16:9, it's normally 16:9 in a 4:3 window.
Medium right, right. Easy right. Come on, easy left. Narrow. Bridge. 150. Very long, easy left. Narrow. 150. Come on, easy right. Right.
Well, I'm doing better than the previous one. Come on, 4, 3, 2, come on, keep the speed up, keep the speed up. Oh, just out. Yeah, I heard a couple people say that as well about the Dreamcast. I mean, I don't know a lot of people who did buy Dreamcasts, so where I was, I had a lot of people who did buy Dreamcasts. So just out again, just out of the tent. Right, I'll give Arcade Mode one last shot, just for a bit of fun, see how well I can do, see if how well I've improved since the beginning. I should really do manual gears, but yeah, apologies, we've got a few people on stream now again, so thank you for watching, guys. I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna wrap it up tonight.
1, go! 200, easy left. Hit travel.
But I will be back streaming tomorrow.
Easy left. Oh. 200, on medium left.
Restart that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, I think the Dreamcast, it was, when you saw it, it was like, yeah, I know what you mean about blowing you away, Erica.
Travel.
I haven't actually covered Quake 3, Terry Wogan. You've just reminded me maybe I should actually do a video on it.
200, on medium left. Corner.
I'm not a huge fan of Quake 3, but I think for a stream it would be quite good. I think, I know there's a website called Dreamcast Consoles Online, and I think they've got quite a lot of the games back up and running online, but you need a slightly odd setup. You need like a customized couple of things in order to get them to run online, which is the issue. You can't just connect. I think if you've got broadband you can do it, but not if you've got a dial-up modem. I know we need to get a broadband adapter, but they are very, very expensive these days.
2, 1, go!
But yeah, I would agree. I think the Dreamcast probably was the last sort of major leap in technology. Once you got to 360, it was just a slightly shinier PS2. And to be honest, the PS4 and PS5 are literally like, what's the difference? They go on about ray tracing, but ray tracing isn't really that much better in terms of light sourcing. It doesn't look that much better. It's a bit embarrassing. It's like, oh, we've got a slightly better light sourcing. Well, that's not really a big improvement.
150, caution. Left, jump. Corner.
I think they brought out the new generation of consoles a little bit too early.
150, on easy left, baby. 200, on easy left, baby. Here's timeout. Finish.
But yeah, I haven't actually covered Quake 3. It's a shame the PS3 version of Quake 3 didn't include the Team Arena expansion. But it was a very good conversion. I could cover Unreal Tournament, but I don't like the PS3 version of Unreal Tournament in the slightest.
150, here's timeout.
The PS2 version's better, and I think I'd probably stream the PC version if I was going to do it.
100, easy left, baby. 150,
In fact, if I did a stream of Unreal Tournament, I could actually get people involved.
150, easy left. 100, medium right. 150, in travel. 70, turn long, easy left. 200, in timeout. 200, caution. Checkpoint. Hairpin right. Oh no! 100, long, medium left. Caution. 100, narrow. 50, medium left. Medium right.
Come on, come on, come on, let's take it.
Easy right.
See if we can get this car taken a bit earlier. Come on, yeah.
Medium right. 150, caution. Open hairpin left. 100, on, medium right.
So you have to slow to take that corner, and then the other cars just disappear past you.
100, in travel. 100, medium left. Finish.
Yeah, admittedly, I still play via controller, but I know what you mean about playing via... we did actually get the new PS4 version of Quake, so it's not bad. They have made a few minor grumbles with it. They changed Nightmare mode at the minute, but they've had so many people complain about it. I think they released it for QuakeCon, so they released it a bit early, but it's nice. But yeah, it's not perfect. If you're looking for a raw version of Quake with like the lighting, it's not quite right, but it looks lovely in terms of sort of as a modern version. So I still can't catch up with any cars on this stage. It's infuriating. So yeah, it is compatible with Quake 3, I think, because I think it was compatible with the PC version because it was basically Quake 3 is peer-to-peer. No, it's Unreal Tournament didn't have online play. Quake 3 did. And Quake 3 had peer-to-peer, so you could play with PC players because it had peer-to-peer, which means you connect to the users. So Quake 3, you can still play at Quake 3 online.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yes, that's some very good advice there, Terry Wogan.
200, medium right.
Some very good advice about the... You know, that's another game we haven't covered, but we do have the
50, medium
PS 360 version of Quake 4 with the bonus disc, which includes Quake 2 on it. And that is by far, just a beautiful version of Quake 2. That is just a phenomenal version of Quake 2.
right. 70, right. 80, right. Oh! 500, medium right. Checkpoint.
I would actually say I quite like the Saturn's one. I don't like
100, caution.
the N64 version of Quake or the
50, medium
Saturn's version hugely, but I quite like some of the extras and changes they made to the Saturn's version. Although I imagine purists may not like some of the changes. I know they did shrink it down a bit.
medium left.
It's such an impressive hardware port on Saturn.
50, caution. Hairpin right. Oh no! 70, caution.
I think 7th is going to be my best so far in arcade. Well, I've equalled my best, so... Okay. Nice, I'm glad to see we're all Quake connoisseurs when it comes to the 360 version. Okay guys, if you haven't already smashed that like button, I would very much appreciate you do. And if you enjoy our content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'm actually going to let the music play out, and I'm going to just leave for a minute before I switch off because it's come up to midnight now, I think. Yeah, it's well past midnight. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 11 minutes actually, so it's time I wrapped it up here at Randomised Gaming. I'll be back tomorrow looking at Spider-Man on the Dreamcast, so if you want to see that, please do come along. My name has been Random Gamer Ribbon, and I will say thank you to everyone who's been on chat. So thank you to Arika, who also suggested this look at Sega Rally a little while back. I thought, yeah, Sega Rally 2, it's a very good game. Thank you to Terry Wogan for joining. I haven't seen you before, but thank you for chatting. Thank you to JJ Lynn again. Thank you, very much appreciated. Thank you to Nico, as always, who's been on a lot of our streams. Thank you to Deep in Friendship and Maintaining the World Peace, who's been on some of our streams. Always much nice to see you guys. Thank you to X Gaming 765, who's also been on stream. And thank you for the brief appearance of SG6000. Again, thank you for popping by on our streams. It is very much appreciated. I said we will be back. Thank you guys, it's been a pleasure. We will be back tomorrow with Spider-Man. I just put that in chat in case anyone can't hear me and they've got the mic sound off and just watching. Thank you, appreciate it. Again, as always, you can always also use it. I mean, I know they started doing adverts for Super Chat as well, so people can do Super Chat if they want to do. I might do something like Ko-fi, so people want to donate a little towards us, because I know, well, the minute you can only donate during these chats if you want, but that's purely up to you. I know YouTube are quite pushing it quite heavily, which is a little bit alarming. Ooh, no, okay. No, I don't want to select anything. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you for being on stream. I'm going to wrap it up there. Just to reiterate, this has been Sega Rally Championship 2. Sega Rally 2. This is the second game. It was originally released on Dreamcast in 1999. It was developed by Sega AM2, I think it is, or did I say AM3? I think I put AM2 in the credits, so I actually think it's AM3. I think I messed up with the description in this one. Check. Always annoyed people make a mistake and I don't correct it by the end of this stream. Ah, it was done by Annex. After they split AM3, that would explain why it's not as good. Yep, we've actually covered Rogue Squadron on the channel, Terry, if you want to take a look. It was a long time ago now. I really should do GoldenEye at some point as well. I haven't actually streamed any N64 content, so at some point I need to dig out the N64 on the channel and do some more videos. I have a couple of the consoles. The Xbox I've neglected, we haven't done too much with, and the N64 we haven't done too much with. Yeah, it was actually AM Annex. I'm just going to quickly correct that in the description, but it said AM2. It's not. It is AM Annex, who were actually formed from who were actually formed from AM3, so that might explain why this isn't as good, because it's probably not got all the AM3 staff who worked on the original. That was probably a mistake by Sega. Anyway guys, thank you all for watching. I wish you a good night, a good evening, good night, a good evening, good morning, or a good afternoon wherever you are in the world tonight, or today, or wherever you are in the world at whatever time. Thank you all for watching. It's great been chatting to you as always. I hope to see you on our next stream whenever you can make it, guys. But I said I will be streaming Spider-Man on the Dreamcast tomorrow, so I don't know if that interests you, but please drop by if you do. Same time as always, streaming from 9:30 UK time, which is currently British summer time, in case you're wondering. And I'll put up a thing tomorrow morning. Thank you all for watching, and I will be back tomorrow as always. Have a good night, everyone. See you all tomorrow.